Hello everyone, welcome to Goomo Reviews. Today we're going to be checking out the Pula PA02s, or in Romanian, the Dick PA02s. Haha. Man, I've already been in here. They're definitely a pretty interesting IEM. I got this one in the 3.5. You have to choose between the aux cable, 2.5, 3.5, or 4.4. Here we are. These are a hybrid IEM with a dynamic and 4 balance armatures. There are color options for you. Let's see, they come in this blue here, which is the ones I got, or in these reds. As you can see, these are green. Here's the chart if you're interested. I don't normally look at these. I care about how it sounds, what I can use it in. Okay, got a nice little galaxy box. Not too bad. Not too big. There we go. Our warranty on top. A little protective film. And here we are. We got our case and we got our IEMs. We got a beautiful blue baggie. Fox leather. Nice and grainy. I like this one. They got a little bit of texture to it. It's not super smooth. I prefer them this way. And then inside, got our accessories. Got some foam tips. Our silicone tips. And our cable. A decent cable. Put this to the side. And here it's nice and velvety. Super nice. Alright, let's see what we got here. So for our cable, it's relatively thin. Not the highest quality cable at this price range. These guys were $189, about $200 after tax and shipping. I do like how clear the left and rights are labeled on these ones compared to the Pula anvils I've recently tried. Not bad. Here's the bottom of the aux. I think I definitely prefer the style of this cable better. The engravings are so much cleaner and it looks less machined. It's relatively thin. I don't really prefer that. I think I wish it had a little bit more oomph to it. It feels a little cheap for a $200-ish IEM. 2-pin connector, which is sweet. Now, in terms of style though, these guys are beautiful. Let's see if I can get these to focus. The camera doesn't do these any justice. They're like an oily dragon scale style IEM. And I just love them. They're a little bit more yellowish IRL. For some reason my brain wants to call them blue and they're labeled green. So that's interesting. They're very girthy and they have they're very rounded, and I don't really like that. These press into my ears in a weird way that I don't like, and it makes them very uncomfortable and tiring to wear. They are nicely labeled though for left and rights. But yeah, style-wise, these are gorgeous. Alright, in terms of sound, these are not to my liking. They do excel in some genres, just not in my preferences. Pop music, Latin music, they're very good, EDM especially. They're good with high pitches. They lack fullness in the bass that can make male vocals and deep tones desirable and fun. And in the trebles, they lack the reach if you really need to hit up high. I guess these would excel somewhere in the mids and the lower highs. So female vocals are exceptional, like Santa Baby, amazing on these guys here. But most other music, they always tend to have somewhere they fell flat in. Rock music, drums just couldn't keep up well. Classical, it's some other instruments just didn't work well with these guys. Yeah, so for $200 and a similar price point as their brother, the Anvils, these just fell a little short for me. Let's see, in terms of instruments, the clarinets felt very noisy, drums felt flat, recorders and flute sounded extremely peaky and unfun, which is very unfortunate. But electric guitar, mandolin, synthesizers, if you like electric music, robotic music, EDM, like music with no vocal or female vocal, you'll probably like these. For ASMR, these aren't that good. The soundstage is too far back when I want it to be up close, but not far enough when I want things to be off me. So they're not the best of either. In terms of imaging, some things felt like they clashed together and became disruptive, and I had a hard time pinpointing some things with these guys. In terms of gaming, they're pretty good. I could hear footsteps decently well, because these did excel in terms of the mid-range. Footsteps were pretty decent. In terms of ambient sounds, I would say these are not for you. Rain sounds were very crackling and unsoothing, and nature was just overwhelming. You couldn't really have a good pinpoint. You didn't feel like you were in nature. It felt like you were drowning in it. Overall, these did not impress me too well. They weren't too fun. They lack the kind of genres I was looking for, with their not so deep bass, their not so highs, and trebles, but they're good mids. If I could make some changes to this, I would definitely say they need to extend the treble and somehow prevent peak, because flute and recorder somehow sounded very shaky. They definitely need a deeper and more fulfilling bass. Mongolian throat singing and the like just sounded very boring to listen to, unfortunately. And yeah, I definitely would expect better for this price range. I will also note that when a lot of sounds, vocalists, and instruments were being played at once, the imaging is so bad, it makes it like messy and straining on the ears, that even some of my favorite songs were a hassle to listen to. And musicals with everyone singing and getting involved just sounded like a disaster. I would say a standout song with these, to showcase how they do, would be Alone by Halsey. It has amazing female vocal and pretty good music, but when rap came into play with male and female artists, they were very boring, to say the least. But if you want female vocalists, like something like that, or if you want to listen to some Lindsey Sterling, violin sounded great on these. Same with Santa Baby. If those are up your alley, some EDM and these might be for you for $200, but I would say that these are not worth getting compared to the Anvils, which were much better in this price point. Anvils didn't have as great of mids compared to these, and didn't have good footsteps and gaming, but it outshone these everywhere else, I would say. Everywhere else. And the Anvils, which had basically perfect scores and everything except for mids and footsteps and gameplay, these are just pretty faces, to say the least, with some decent redeeming qualities in the areas I've talked about. Oh goodness, man, they're so pretty, but unfortunately these guys have got to go. I'll be sending these back and keeping the Anvils for now. I'll probably have these just for a couple more days. If there's any songs that you want me to try out on these, just let me know down in the comments. Any questions, just ask. I'll definitely get back to you. Other than that, for $200, get yourself a pair of anvils, alright? Love the case on these ones better though. That's something I should say. Case is nicer on these. Better texture. Alright, that's gonna be it for today. You guys enjoy yourselves and have a groovy time. Goodbye.